Good morning, everyone. I want to start by thanking all the GEMS girls and counselors for inviting me to be part of this amazing GEMS Sunday production. I'm especially thankful because I get to talk about your theme for GEMS this year. Love, period. I have to say, what a fantastic theme. It cuts right through a lot of the extra stuff that we often get too focused on. It speaks to that human desire, that expectation, really, for there to be something more. It's true in life, and it's true in the actual sentence. Loved, period. Think about it. When I say you are loved, part of you is expecting something more to be said, right? Even though you know that's the theme we're talking about, that we're all loved by God, part of our brains automatically kind of expect there to be more to that sentence, like a but or because. Why? Partially because we have the deeply ingrained thought or belief that love has to be earned. This expectation for there to be something more, even just to this sentence, is actually why the GEM theme makes us say the punctuation out loud. We say loved, period. And we say that period loud, right? We don't say love, period. We say loved, period. We emphasize the period. And we say it this way because we need to emphasize the meaning of that little dot at the end of loved. Loved, period. We say it this way because it's not how people would normally read it. The word period is at the end to make sure we realize there is no and or but or because to this sentence. And I find this whole imagery so awesome because this is true, not just about how we read the words. It's also how we often approach God. Waiting for the but or because. Or waiting for the I love you. And I would love you even more if whatever. We put conditions on love, requirements almost, without even realizing it. Now, I want to make this clear. This is a very easy mistake to fall into. Thinking love needs to be earned. And it's one that we don't even know we're making usually. Because it's not something we do consciously. Rather, it's something in our subconscious. And it's something that lots, and I mean lots, of people of all ages and types deep down believe. It's something that's often taught to us without us even realizing it. When our parents give us more love and attention after we bring home a good report card, we feel happy. And it's easy to mistake that to mean they love us more because of the good grades. And when we disappoint our parents with bad behavior or failure, and they get upset at us, we sometimes make the mistake of thinking they love us a little less. And without realizing it, we're buying into one of the greatest lies on the planet. The lie that love must be earned. Now, of course, our parents don't mean to teach us this. It's not the lesson that's intended, but unfortunately it happens so easily. Why? Because we're all imperfect people. And we all have the desire to be loved. Dana Gresh, author of Lies Girls Believe, surveyed over 1,500 tween girls. And the vast majority of these 7 to 12-year-old girls considered themselves to be Christians. So when they were asked, "Does God love you?" Good news. 92% said yes. So these girls know they're loved. Period. Right? Loved no matter what? Sadly, no. Gresh writes the majority of the girls knew God loved them, but their response revealed a lack of confidence in His love when they sinned. In other words, God loved them if they obeyed. God loved them if they followed all the rules, but that love would wane when we make mistakes. While adding one little word to God's great love must not seem like a big deal, it is. That one word. Because it turns it into a lie. A lie that turns God's love into a burden instead of a joy. Now, no matter who you are or where you are in your story, we all share the insatiable desire for love. We desire love, and that's not a bad thing. It's the way we're made. But true, perfect love can only be found in one source: God. God is love. It's who He is. It's what He does. And the only thing stopping us from fully experiencing that love is our own mistaken view of love. But we don't have to keep making this mistake. That's the truth of Jem's theme verse, 1 John 3 verse 1. See what great love the Father has lavished on us. Has lavished on us. That we should be called children of God. And that is what we are. We don't have to stop making mistakes to receive God's love. We don't even have to recognize God's love to receive it. We have already received it and have been receiving it. We're just seeing what we already have. And when we do that, when we start to recognize God's love, period, then everything changes. We discover who He is and who we really are in Him. We learn our true identity as children of God. Because our beliefs shape our behavior. It's only when we know we are loved that we will live loved. From the overflow of His great love, we will love God, ourselves, and others. This is life-changing. It changes how we view God, how we view ourselves, and how we view others. Because it changes how we think about love. All kinds of love. Then we can realize that we don't need to search for someone else or something else to be loved. You're not incomplete being just the way you are, imperfections and all. You don't need to change who you are. You don't need to change your looks, your hairstyle, or your clothes. You don't need to change the way you act. You don't need to pretend to be a better version of yourself. And you don't need to chase love. Like they show in the movies where the main character only realizes they love someone when they're about to leave their life forever. And so you see them running through the airport, arriving just in time to yell out, "Don't go! I love you!" It makes for an exciting movie, yes, but that's not real love. Real love is unconditional. And the best part is real love is right there for us. We've already received it from God. Now here, as I come to the conclusion, this is usually the part where I'd normally talk about how to take this message, loved, period, and apply it to your life. But this time, I'm not going to do that. Because that would only reinforce that lie that we have to do something to receive love. That a lesson is only learned if we can prove we've learned it. And that's just not the case here. There's nothing you have to do. There's no prayer you have to pray. It's already done. You are already loved. Period. So you're already complete. You are amazing just the way you are.